Hey, we're here at the Baltimore Farmers Market, one of the top 10 in the country, and as a matter of fact, this has been around for 35 years. We're actually under the Jones Falls Expressway in downtown Baltimore. It's one of the best farmers markets I've ever been to, but I'm here today to do the egg challenge. I've met two egg vendors. One raises their chickens on grain, the other a little bit differently. We're going to get a dozen eggs from each, take them home and see which works out differently, how you can compare the eggs, and what the difference is between how the animals eat. Follow me. I am here with Bill. Bill raises very tenderly hens for eggs at the Hen's Nest in New Windsor, Maryland. Bill, thanks for taking a minute to talk with me today. You were explaining to me, first of all, what do the chickens eat?
Basically a corn and soy diet.
Corn and soy.
Yes.
All right. And are these, tell me the difference between free-range chickens and how is that defined?
Well, a free range should be a bird that goes out into the outside. A cage-free is a bird that is on the floor, doesn't go outside, but is on the floor and not in a cage. And then obviously a cage bird is in a cage.
And how are yours done?
Well, our birds, most of what we do are cage birds. We use 4 birds in what was a 9-bird cage. Okay. The industry now allows 7 in a 9-bird cage. Then we have a flock of about 480 birds that are free, that are cage free.
Oh, all right.
They're in a building on a floor and have nests.
You were talking to me recently about the weather and telling me how weather affects how the hens lay, and this was new to me. So when it's colder, they slow down?
Yes. I mean, the winter, mainly because of light, because of decreasing day length, it's harder to keep a chicken in production. And she's biologically imprinted to lay in the spring. That's what she's supposed to do. And then, so you get more of your eggs in the spring, and then they go through to where the daylight's increasing, and they lay pretty well. And then as it starts to decrease, then they will drop off in production. So what we do is we keep them on constant light, which would be 14 hours a day. They still have to have a dark cycle.
That's what I was going to ask. So if they're inside, they're on bright light. It's almost like hydroponics.
Yeah.
You're Mother Nature.
Correct.
Well, I'm going to take another dozen of the large. No, the jumbo is what I want. That's what I had last time. We're going to go home and make Sunday brunch with these great eggs from the Hen's Nest. Bill, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Let's get to the stove. We're here with Kenny from KCC Farms in Forest Hill, Maryland, supplying some of the best eggs we've ever tasted at the farmers market.
Our houses are Italian hen houses. Our houses are 3 feet off the ground, okay, where these chickens never walk in their own feces or nothing like that. It's one of the cleanest operations with chickens ever. We get them from Italy, they send them over in a container, we put them together like a big erector set, and just raise a healthy chicken, that's all.
Love to see that.
It's an awesome, yes.
So they can go outside, whatever they want. When they go outside, what do they eat? Do you prepare something for them, and they just kind of forage?
Chickens are pretty much, well, they're going to stay close to their food and their water and where they feel safe, okay? When they do go outside, they're back inside pretty quick, you know, they're just like a bird is scared pretty much all the time, you know? Yeah. So, but, you know, it's just the ability that they have to go outside is what, you know, it is. And then just not being caged. You know, my chickens aren't stacked on top of each other. The hen house I'll raise them in is eligible to raise 2,000 birds. We put 1,200 in there at a time, which gives them a lot more room and a lot more accommodations for them.
But now here's the question that people say, because I'd like to try and get people to come to the farmers market, but the interpretation is always, oh, you got to be like a crunchy granola guy. Why not go to the grocery store, buy the $1.99 eggs? I'm sure your eggs are more expensive than $1.99. So why not buy the cheaper ones, and what do you get when you spend more money on KCC farm eggs?
Well, my chickens are all natural. They're all vegetarian fed. There's no antibiotics, no hormones, no animal byproducts, and we don't feed them no generic corn. You get all that when you buy market eggs from a grocery store. If you buy a white egg, you got all that going into your egg. You know, and the thing is, it's the taste also, you know, which is a big difference. You know, your brown eggs, being free range and all natural, you can taste the difference just in the first egg sandwich that you have. The look of the egg is completely different. And then when you bake with it, cook with it, you know, even your baked goods, you know. My wife makes cupcakes. You can taste the difference. You know, they're fluffier, they got a better taste to them. And we do everything ourselves. We hatch our own birds out. The chickens I get them from a farm in Lancaster. I get them as day-old chicks. They have an egg line. They go all the way back to the 60s where these French heritage chickens originated.
An egg line.
Yeah.
The DNA heritage.
Well, on animals it's a bloodline. On chickens it's an egg line.
An egg line.
Yes.
Amazing. I never heard that.
Yeah, the French heritage chicken is a European bird, originated in France back in the 60s when the French wanted to grow a slower growing chicken, and they came up with this chicken here. It takes about 16 weeks for this chicken to get to a nice size for it to be slaughtered. Your white game hens and a lot of your other farms, 6 to 8 weeks out.
But why slower growing? That's my question. Wouldn't you want it to grow fast?
Tender, no.
Not like beef. They want to get the beef as fat as possible, get it to market. But so why slower with chicken? That's fascinating.
Well, it's just a better tasting chicken, and it's a bird where they're not bred for big-breasted birds. It's more proportioned. It's got nice legs on it, nice thighs, and there's still a nice breast and wings. So it's just an all-around better bird. And see, that's what it is. Your chickens you buy at the grocery stores, you're seasoning them to your taste. These chickens, they already have the flavor in them.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to head back to the kitchen, and I'm going to take store-bought eggs, and I'm going to take another vendor's eggs here whose chickens are caged, and I'm going to take your eggs, and we're going to crack them on a plate, and we're going to see how high they stand, how much they spread, and so on. But Kenny, thank you so much for your time, man. I'd love to talk to someone passionate about what they do.
You guys come up to the farm, man, if you want.